Hi everyone, and thank you so much for being here. My name is Rupali, and today in this video, I'm going to talk about reading. To be more specific, I'm going to talk about how to build the habit of reading and enjoy reading. Are you anything like, I like the idea of reading, but whenever it comes to pick up a book and read, you have a hard time to focus and enjoy reading? Well, I have been in this state for years. I remember earlier, whenever I used to visit a bookstore or a library, after scrolling for a few minutes, I used to get lost and then start looking out for a cafe where I can go and spend some time, till the time my friends or family, whoever is accompanying me, finishes their reading. Also, I used to feel so out of group whenever there were discussions around book reviews. I had given up and have started thinking that, probably I'm not a reader and I'm more an action based learner. But deep down, I knew that by not reading, I was missing out on some important information which is ever recorded, or even I was missing out on consuming the information in my own way. So how do we build this habit, or even, how do we remove this weird feeling of, reading is something that I have to do, by reading is something, which I want to do. When I started exploring and doing my research on building this habit, I found some really good ways of cultivating this habit, which actually worked for me. And then I really felt that, now I should share with everyone. And that's how I'm doing this video. I think the most important thing that you can do to, read consistently is have a certain number of pages that you're going to read every single day, and then eventually turn it into a habit. But remember to start small. Don't set very high goals for yourself. What is important is that, we are consistent at it. I started with one page every day, and I think I took a lot more time than an average reader to complete my first book, but I was okay with it. And what I experienced that, by doing so, the thought of completing the book, or, checking on pages, like how many more pages are left, was out of my mind. And I was focused only on my daily target. And eventually, really started enjoying reading. So do give it a try. Trust me, it works. Commit to yourself that, no matter what, you're going to read one page every day and just get started. Any day, if you feel like, you want to continue reading, do go for it. But what is more important is that, you get that one daily page in. And also, like, any day, if you read more pages, please do not reset your target. Stick to your, initial target till the time you have built this habit. Then the next thing is, how do you choose your first book? I would suggest that, don't pick the one which you feel that you were supposed to read, or is recommended by many people, or is a top seller. Rather, pick something that appeals to you. My first book was Ikigai, the Japanese secret to, happy and long life. As I was already into, exploring the healthy lifestyle routine, this book really clicked to me. Also, anytime when you are reading a new book and you feel that, after reading few pages you're not enjoying it, it's okay. I mean, don't feel guilty. You can stop reading. And it's just that, because the topic is not of your interest, but it is definitely not that you are not a reader. I remember many times in my earlier attempts, whenever I used to read a book and I used to stop after first few pages, I used to come to a conclusion that, probably I'm not a reader. But that was not at all true. Now I realize that, there are so many books out there and I'm not going to read all of them. So, anytime if you feel that you're not enjoying any book, put it aside and try something different. If you are in this state, I would really request you to change your perspective. You are a reader, and please don't stop on your conscious efforts of looking for books which are of your interest. Then the third tip is to, read before going on internet. Yes, going on Facebook, Instagram before reading books is just like, binge eating sweets before your coffee or tea. We all know that, after that, the drink is not really going to taste sweet or flavored. Basically, the idea is like read books before your brain gets zapped with internet. I replaced my habit of, checking emails and WhatsApp in the morning by reading two pages from a book. Then tip number four is to, align with your routine or pair it with an existing habit. So whenever we pair an existing habit which you really enjoy with a new habit that you're trying to work on, it becomes a lot more easier to work on the new habit. So I paired my reading with my morning habit of drinking hot water with lime and apple cider vinegar. Earlier at this time, I used to check my phone, which is now replaced by reading a book. And now both the activities are habits for me. And tip number five is to, eliminate distractions in order to give yourself a chance to focus on reading until it's done. When I'm reading, my phone is away from me and it is set on do not disturb mode. Rather, everything is away except the book, so that, it's a focus interaction with the book and nothing else. The next thing is, anticipate barriers and, remove them. Basically, it's about, anticipating anything that you feel can, give your brain an excuse to not read and cut it out. I read every morning at my window corner. So what I do is like, every night I make sure that I keep the book I'm reading on the side table of my window so that when I'm there in the morning, I see the book. Then tip number seven is to be accountable. It's a good idea to share or talk about the progress you're making with selected people. It actually works like a motivation. I often talk about, the book I'm reading or the learnings I got from the book with few of my friends. And that actually motivates me to, continue reading so that during my next chat, I have something new to share. So accountability makes a huge difference when you add it in your habit building activity. Then tip number eight is to, do whatever it's possible to make the process of reading enjoyable. I step out of the house once in a while just for reading. I go to a cafe nearby. I choose my favorite table. I buy myself a coffee and my favorite cake and enjoy reading. By doing so, I get so much of happiness that I am doing this often. It's worth giving it a try. Just see what you enjoy the most and, align your or integrate your reading activity in it. Lastly, remember, don't think of it as a chore. Think of it as a better choice than some other way to spend time. Rather than, flipping through TV channel or, scrolling through your phone, pick up a book whenever you are bored or, trying to find some ways to kill time. It's not that I don't watch TV. I do watch TV, but before I turn it on, I already know what I'm going to watch and how much time I'm going to watch. So these are some tips that have really worked for me, and hopefully you find them useful as well. I used to be a person who didn't like reading at all. I'm definitely not a bookworm right now. But these tips have definitely helped me to reach to a point where I am, regularly reading good books, and I feel a lot better because of it. So if you're not into this habit, please build it for yourself. I cultivated it at the age of 42, so it's possible. And it's very simple. Just find a book for yourself and try the steps. Thank you for watching. And if you like the video, please click the thumbs up button and do subscribe to the channel. Also, please leave a comment. I love seeing your comments. It actually helps me to improve and motivates me to continue sharing.